what's up guys and welcome back to the channel. So today I have with me is the RAK KeyMat XT-LE mechanical keyboard. Now I know it's a bit late, but hey, better late than never, right? So I bought this at ECPC for 1,795, but you can actually buy it at Lazada for 1,974. I'll search for vouchers for you guys if you're interested in buying this at Lazada. It's also available at rak.ph, although correct me if I'm wrong, I believe RAK Gears just ships to the Metro Manila area right now. So unboxing it, you get the keyboard itself and that's it. It doesn't come with a keycap remover, which isn't a big deal to me, but having one included would have been nice. So moving on to the keyboard, you have a full 104 key layout, double shot keycaps, RGB backlighting, Ultimo blue switches, an aluminum frame at the top, plastic for the main body, 2 kickstands and foam feet, a braided cable, and a gold-plated USB connector. Now the aluminum frame gives the XT-LE a solid build considering the body is plastic, which is understandable as this is a budget mechanical keyboard. I actually really like the design. It's color neutral, no color accent, shiny chamfered edges, which reminds me of the Galaxy Note 4. White LEDs for the scroll lock, num lock, and caps lock, and the carb rack logo, which is tastefully implemented. The XT-LE is 18 inches tall and 5.5 inches wide. Now for me, there are 3 cons with this keyboard. The first one being, I guess, more of a nitpick. The secondary function keys are not translucent, which is kinda head scratching. I mean, if you're gonna make a backlit keyboard, might as well make every key character on the key translucent. But that's just me, of course. Most backlit keyboards are like this, but yeah. Second is, it doesn't have a wrist rest, and here's why you need one. And the third one, depending on who you are, these have blue switches, so they're loud. And kind of a disadvantage when it comes to competitive gaming, as blue switches, with the exception of the Kailh blues, have a higher reset point compared to linear switches such as a red or a brown. So having that higher reset point means that you most likely have to lift your finger off the key in order for the key to reset, which is not ideal for fast-paced games like CSGO, wherein you have to press the same key quickly multiple times. So the XT-LE has Ultimo blue switches, so that's about a 50 gram actuation force and a 2mm actuation point. Responsive, no input lag, a 104 key rollover, anti-ghosting for maximum spam. And now on to the software. I'll leave the link to the software in the description of this video. So after installing the RAK Fine Tuner, you are given 3 profiles for lighting effects and macros. So let's start with the lighting modes. There are 14 lighting modes to choose from, which I'm not gonna explain, just see for yourself. Now, using the software is pretty straightforward. Just choose the mode you want. You can customize the color, change the brightness, and animation speed of some of the effects. In game mode, you are given 5 presets which you can customize to your preference. But if you want to change the effects on the fly, then here you go. So on to the macro keys. Now, I'm not the type of person who uses macro keys, but I think it's a really helpful feature and actually a game changer if you know how to use it right. Say for example, you want to do a combo for Tekken or a combination of moves in CSGO and PUBG with just one key press. So go to macro editor, right click on the macro list box, new macro, just an example of the move. It's just an example. Uncheck automatic recording time delay. Now the difference between cycle until key release and specified cycle times is that in cycle until key key release, the macro you set up will repeat itself over and over while you're holding down the key you set the macro on until you let go. While in specified cycle times, you can specify how many times the macro you set up will repeat itself on a single key press. So just play around with that experiment and see what works for you. Click start record, and for example, the do the doggy move in Tekken is KL. In the in-game controls, click stop record and save. Now go to the profile you want to set the macro key on and click the key you want to assign it on macro and select the macro you made. Of course, if you want to remove the macro you set, just click the reset icon. You can also change the key assignment on a key with 1 or 2 keystrokes or assign a media function to that key. So I hope I was able to explain that clearly, as again, I'm not the type of person who uses macros. But of course, if you guys have any questions, just leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. So yeah, I think that's it for the XTLE. And also to Rack Gears, if you're able to watch this, I would love to see you guys make a mechanical keyboard with a linear switch, maybe a red or a brown. And actually, some of you were requesting a review of the KeyMatte XT2, which is a bit similar to this, but 900 pesos more expensive. Has side LEDs, the key characters are located at the front side of the keys, which I don't know would benefit people who slouch, and has Gateron blues instead of Ultimo blues. They're basically the same, as they're both Chinese knockoffs of MX Blues with a bit of a different sound signature, but yeah, basically the same. I just think the XTLE is a better value, and if you think those differences are worth the 900 pesos, then by all means get the XT2. So I'll leave the link to both of them in the description of this video, and I think the XTLE just replaced the Red Dragon Varuna as my pick for the best budget mechanical keyboard. Of course, leave a like, share, and if this is your first time to the channel, consider subscribing. As always, bookmark and use my Lazada affiliate link when buying at Lazada as a way to support my channel, donate to my Patreon if you guys want, and follow me on Twitter for updates and announcements. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.